Did you know this warrior?
No. But I know his story. I know all their stories. None of them ever think it'll end like this. Reports been coming in from all over. Dominion worlds overrun. Outposts destroyed. A lot more dead boys out there. Warriors.
Death is the fate of all warriors. A fate we too may soon embrace.
Fate ain't written, Artanis. Way I see it, if Zeratul believed you could make a difference in all this, and this fight's just begun.
It is your custom to shake the hand of a friend, is it not?
Give him hell, Artanis.
That was a nice little moment, I have to say. Yeah, that's right, I didn't prevent that. I kept thinking for some reason it was only during the base defense, the hybrid times. The rest of the time I was like, they're on their own. So I done goofed there, I sincerely apologize, but yeah. So I wonder, is this game going to follow the Wings of Liberty style? Well, it's clearly not following the Wings of Liberty style, like where you did mission on place and then you pissed off. But is it going to go full-hearted Swarm style, where you do 3 missions, or 2 in one case, on a planet? Yeah, in one case you do 2 on a planet and leave. But 2 to 3 and leave. Which is it going to be?
Rohana.
Oh goddamn, she's corrupted.
Rohana.
Artanis.
Knew it! I didn't.
Amon. I see your doubt, your fear. You were so alone, mewling in the darkness. Let me release you, all of you, from the suffering of this life. The infinite cycle of strife and anguish is at an end.
Your words are little more than poison, Amon. Your actions bring nothing but death.
They bring purpose, an end to a cycle none within had chosen. Your resistance will only bring unneeded suffering.
It has passed, Hierarch. Heya is gone.
He's not the subtle corruption type.
Why you must separate from the Kala. Its light has faded.
I will keep him at bay. I will endure. I have felt his rage, seen his truth.
If you will not sever your connection to the Kala, then you will be contained, kept in stasis.
I will preserve the Kala however I must. If I must endure imprisonment, so be it.
I'm sorry, but fair is fair, in all honesty. If you're in this thing, you're gonna get mind controlled. You just did. Kala's a great use, but it's also a great threat. And it's gonna get people killed. It already has. Oh, here's the Naga Keystone.
Despite their limited understanding of the Keystone, it is fascinating that the Terrans managed to wield it as a weapon. I am hesitant to conclude that this was its primary function, or even an intended one.
And it's even cracked and damaged. They also managed to wield it as a weapon that burned Zerg. Zerg burner.
Limited understanding. Look here.
Buy yours today.
This material self-regenerates.
To a limited degree.
No wonder the research of the Terrans claimed it to be from a recent epoch. My projections place it at several billion years old, if not more.
Zeratul vision said that this keystone can guide us unto hope. What do you think it means?
Yes, guide us. It is a code wanting to be cracked. The keystone seems to be able to manipulate energies, but that may not be its sole purpose. I believe it stores its origin point within.
Its origin point?
Yes, I promise you. I will find out how this will lead us to the Xel'naga.
Redouble your efforts, Karax. There is little time.
Then I want to play that conversation once more.
Look here, Hierarch. This material self-regenerates. It is no wonder the research of the Terrans claimed it to be from a recent epoch. My projections...
Zeratul's vision said that this keystone can...
Yes, guide us. It is a code...
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I missed something for a second there. Okay, so now I can get Solar Lance, which strafes an area with powerful laser beams. And it deals 200 damage with each beam and a streak of them, which is pretty nice. Warps in reinforcements, which is actually pretty nice as well. It quickly warps in a pylon with 2 melee warriors and 2 ranged warriors to any visible location. And a pylon. That's pretty goddamn useful. You send down a pylon with 2 melee and 2 ranged. That's absurdly useful. Like, seriously, that's actually ungodly useful. Because you get the pylon and 4 units. 4 free troops. And on the last level where I had spent all the money on the level. That's absurdly useful. I'm getting this. Yeah, let's use it. Ooh, and I can increase my supply. Let's go with increased supply. Cool. Ooh, and there's some army upgrades.
I abandoned everything I knew to study and serve the Kala. I will not forsake my vows, even now. I could see the truth of Amon while he spoke through me. He claims his cause is noble, but only darkness and rage fester within. I could see the truth of Amon while he spoke.
Yeah, you've said that before.
Assault units can now be added to our army, Hierarch.
Ooh.
I return to serve.
Okay, while any willing Templar can volunteer to be made into a Dragoon, only most revered heroes are now selected to become immortals. Each one is built with a heavily reinforced shielding that will be impractical for mass production. So it does bonus damage to armored units and has improved it has barrier, which absorbs up to 100, and with this it passively increases the amount that to 200. But increases it by 100%. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Well, Shadowcans. The Nerazim believe that their connection to the void strengthens near death. Some of the warriors have made use of immortal technology to keep themselves in such a state indefinitely. The resultant assault frames possess considerable firepower. Imagine being just perpetually near death. That's... But they can do 200 damage to a target unit or structure on a cooldown and can hit both air and ground. And it deals bonus damage to armored units. I'm going to try these out. Let's talk to Raynor.
Hey there.
Oh,
Your
so on.
Royal Ness? Man, this is weird. I've never talked to no Protoss before. Hey.
If I have learned one thing from your commander Raynor, it is that we are not so different, Rory Swan. Continue your report.
Right. So, the artifact, the keystone thingy's all yours. We're in the middle of transmitting all our data to your engineer.
You have my thanks. Please relay my appreciation to Commander Raynor.
Hey, you got it, Skippy.
Skippy?
I actually noticed Raynor, I know. In this, they seem to be playing up his southernness more. Just, he didn't have any, you know, the quote, I'm not sure on the phrasing, but, you know, he was like, it's like my mama always said, it never rains but it floods. He never was like that in either Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm. Then again, different times, different places. You know, he's after putting all the things to rest now, so... Like, Mansk is after being put to rest. Or... Dust in the Wind, either or. You know, he's helping reforge the Dominion into something better. I want to pick a nicer name. The Dominion sounds horrible. You know, he's after... He's also put Kerrigan behind him. Well, he's still in love with her, but now he doesn't want to strangle her anymore. You know, things have changed for him, so... Then again, I don't think he was like that in the first games either. Then again, it was one situation, so I'm kind of exaggerating here, aren't I? Oh well.
The Terrans have been devastated by this attack. But with time, they may rebuild.
I'm sure they will.
Raynor and I share the bond of a common loss. Zeratul.
And depending on your connection with Tal'dar, you also share that. Raynor became kind of friends with Tal'dar, if memory serves. He spent a little bit of time with the guy. Fought alongside him. Can't skip if they already say something, you can't click past it and skip it. So, yeah. If they're already saying something, English.
Zeratul, old friend, I have the keystone you believed would lead to our salvation, and yet faith alone will not defeat Amon. As Hierarch, I was made aware of a location where our Kalai scientists experimented on new weaponry in secret. Within the Glacius facility, the Purifier program has been reborn. We must recover this immensely powerful technology.
The Purifiers? We're only getting centuries, so... We'll start off with Shakuras.
The Nerazim of Shakuras ritually sever their connection to the Kala. Because of this, they are now the last free Protoss. I must reach them before Amon's armies.
I want to see this planet first, so I'm going to actually have to pause it here for a second. Just have to disappear for a moment. So, I'll be back in a mo, folks. Let me just pause it here, so, BRB. Hello, folks, and I'm back. Let's get on with it, shall we? Recording locally. Let's just make sure I'm actually recording. It's a pity to get on with it and have to restart this, eh? I'd have to start from during that last mission. Okay. Ooh, let's make sure just for a second I'm not actually muted. That would suck. That's fine. That's fine. So both the game sound and me can be heard. Okay, actually, 1 second. Hey folks, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Recording locally. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just being obsessive now. That's the way I am. Sorry about that. Yeah, all is well. Let's continue. Okay, so we get Dark Templar, who are deadly warrior assassins were permanently cloaked, and we get the Cardaean Monument, which is a thing I cannot say. We'll probably learn how to say it in a bit. I was expecting more political shenanigans in this,
Shakuras,
to hold the tribes together.
Loss of life is extensive. Hold. We are receiving a transmission.
Praise the gods. Artanis, you live.
Matriarch Vorazun, what has happened here?
Shakuras has fallen. The warp gate linking this world to Ire has been reopened.
Of course it has.
Countless hybrid and Zerg pour from the other side. They've obliterated our cities, decimated our Shadow Guard. We are trying to evacuate the remaining population, but I am uncertain whether we can hold long enough to get them safely away.
We will give you the time you need, Matriarch. My Templar are inbound.
To the entire planet? Goddamn. Well, have fun there, Artanis. I think I'm gonna go take an extended coffee break.
My Dark Templar were tracking your invasion on Ire when we were cut off. Then the warp gate opened. What happened, Artanis?
Amon used the collar to seize control of the Templar. I could feel his rage tearing through me, and I was powerless against it. Zeratul found me. It was there that he...
Yes?
He tried to free me. And he succeeded, at the cost of his own life. He fell by my hand.
It was Amon's deed, not yours.
Zeratul came to me with a warning, but I did not act. Because of this, he is now gone, and the stars burn dimmer for his loss. Amon's deed or not, I carry a burden, Matriarch. One that cannot be easily lifted.
That sucks. Oh, new conversation with her.
All this time, this wretched little world was within striking distance of our fleets.
Much has changed since your era, Preserver.
First you consort with those Terrans, and now the Fallen Ones? It is heresy. You must know this.
The Dark Templar are now our allies.
There was a time when the Protoss were broken. Throughout the Aeon of Strife, we tore at each other with wanton abandon. Only one path was ever found to end the madness and unify our people. The Kala. The Dark Ones rejected its light. They denied their own race. How can you fight for them?
For one so sworn to preserve our history, Rohana, how can you be so blind to its turn?
I see I have offended you, Hierarch. My apologies. Adapting to this period is difficult.
I can imagine. Like, just imagine, you know, you go to sleep thinking, oh, these guys are pricks, they're goits, and you wake up and everyone's buddy-buddy with them. Also, you protest superiority complex, looking out on lesser races, and now for buddy-buddy with the lesser races. It would be kind of... I could see it being awkward. Doesn't mean you're less of a goit, but I could see it being awkward. But the way that's said implies that if you went to these first, then the Terrans should word it a different way. So it does give a little bit of replayability to it, which is why when I go and do those Zerg extra missions at a later stage, we'll see a bit of change in what's-her-face's dialogue. The Zerg Queen we bring with us. Zerg Broodmother we bring with us. Her lines. I keep on calling Niadra, but that's a different one.
I've been trying to isolate the major population centers in need of evacuation. The Zerg signatures far outnumber those of the Protoss, but most of the survivors seem to have gathered within Talametros.
Which I think was in Brood War.
Phase-smiths you know among them. Those who stayed behind.
I am not seeing any Protoss life signs from within the engineering base, Hierarch.